What's up everybody, Coach Grace here today, and I am super excited to share this on-the-go breakfast frittata. All right, let me just show you guys how beautiful does this look. It also looks like Christmas colors, but it is amazing, it looks amazing, and it tastes amazing. I have all the ingredients over here. We have some red pepper, getting my colors mixed up. We have some red pepper and green pepper. These are super rich in fiber, folate, and iron, so they're super good for you, bright in colors. They are full of nutrients and low in calories. So high nutrients, low calorie. Exactly what you want in your foods anyways. Then we have a handful of spinach here. So this is just a big handful of spinach. This doesn't have to be an exact measurement. We have a half of a green pepper and half of a red pepper. So literally the vegetable, just take it in half. And then we have 5 eggs here. A lot of protein in eggs. So this is super good, super filling, low calorie, again, high in protein. So this recipe will help keep you feeling full. A little bit of cayenne, just a 1/4 teaspoon, just to give it a little bit of spice and a little flavor. And I don't know if you've had cayenne or put cayenne in your eggs before, but it just gives us this amazing flavor. So if you haven't done it already, try it. Salt and pepper. We have about a tablespoon, a little less than a tablespoon of feta cheese. If you want to omit the dairy, you can absolutely by all means do so. You can substitute that with goat cheese if you wanted. And then we just have a splash of unsweetened almond milk. So almond milk, but unsweetened, no vanilla, no sweetened. Companies like to put a lot of sugar in almond milks and things like that. So make sure that that is unsweetened, unflavored. In a beautiful mixing bowl for us to mix all these things together. So to start, I'm gonna take my 2 peppers here. I'm gonna put them on the stove. I have a little bit of olive oil in the pan just so it doesn't stick. And to saute the vegetables, we're gonna go and put these on medium heat. Make sure I have the right burner here. And then we want to let the olive oil warm up a little bit. I can already feel the heat around the pan. I'm gonna put the peppers in and let them saute. So first my green and then my red. Also, if it is around the holidays, this would be a great recipe to make for a brunch or some sort of breakfast just at home. It's very festive, it's colorful. So I usually like to let the peppers saute first and let them get a little translucent and then add the spinach, because the spinach doesn't take as long, right? So you wanna cook your most dense, the things that are gonna take the longest, to the lightest, if you will, the things that'll take the least amount of time. So we'll start with the peppers. I'm gonna come back in just a minute and add the spinach, and I'm gonna come back here and get into the eggs. So we have a little mixing bowl here and a whisk. Not everybody uses a whisk. You can honestly use a fork if you don't have a whisk. I like to crack the eggs on the counter. I don't know, you might have learned differently. Maybe your mom taught you something different when you grew up, but I heard that that was supposed to be easier on the eggs, and I just made a mess. So if you wanna crack it on the edge of the bowl, that's okay too. This is just how I've always done it. Make sure you don't get any shells in the bowl, because we don't want to be eating any shells. All right, we got all of those eggs. None of the yolks broke. I'm very impressed with myself, so pat on the back here. We are going to whisk the eggs, and we're gonna add the almond milk and the salt and pepper and cayenne. All right, you wanna mix this until you get the yolks all broken up, so you don't want any chunks of the yolk in there. It's nice and yellow. All right, that's good. Okay, now we will add our 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Make sure you mix that up nice and good, because you don't want chunks of cayenne in there. And then we're gonna add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt, not too much. And remix those back in there. Perfect, okay. Now we'll add our almond milk. So the almond milk is just to make it a little bit creamier. Rather than the eggs being quite as chunky, it just adds a little liquid to it to make it a little bit more creamy. And ooh, I can hear, perfect timing. I hear these peppers. So we're going to stir them. And then add the spinach. And remember, it can be, if you like more spinach or less spinach, you can add more or less. Honestly, this recipe is very forgiving. So if you wanted to add onions or another vegetable in here, mushrooms, tomatoes even, there's obviously tons of vegetables that you could add to make this recipe even yummier. But this one, we're keeping it red and green. So we are going to let this cook a little bit longer, but it's starting to wilt here. So I'm going to turn this guy off. And now I have this aluminum foil, or not aluminum foil, but this easy foil pan. If you want to use a glass jar or a pan in your kitchen already that you have, I'm just using this because it's on the go, right? I can put a little top on it and I can bring it with me. So the mixture is eventually going to go in there. Right now, I'm going to add my vegetables to the egg mixture. So once I add this to here, I'll have everything mixed together. And then I can whisk these veggies in there. And now I'm going to pour it into the pan and make sure to spread out all the veggies, right? We want to make sure we have veggies in every bite of egg, every bite of frittata. So we'll get all of the eggs out of there. Make sure to get any clumps of veggies out. And then I'm gonna sprinkle the feta on top so that we can bake the feta into the egg mixture. All right, so now that I have this ready, I'm gonna add the feta to it, and then I'm gonna put this frittata in there for 20 to 25 minutes based on your desired consistency. So we'll sprinkle the feta all over the top because everybody loves a little feta. And it's beautiful and colorful. My feta is sticking to my bowl. Perfect, okay. So 375, I'm gonna put it in here for 20 minutes. 25 if you want it a little bit more done. All right, we're gonna put it in there and set our timer. We got 25. We have 25 minutes on the timer there. So I will come back and catch you guys in 25 minutes when our frittata is done and cooked, and I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, it has been 20 minutes. I decided to cook it for 20 minutes instead of 25 because I like my eggs a little bit more runny than done. So our timer is on the final countdown right now. We have 15 seconds left, and then I'm gonna pull this bad boy out. So this is a finished product already, but I will pull mine out. Remember, it's in that aluminum pan. I can't speak today. So if you wanna bring it on the go, it's a great recipe to bring on the go. Saved by the bell. We will pull our yummy, make sure to use an oven mitt, safety first always, and pull out our frittata, and it is fluffy and beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at all those yummy vegetables. If you wanna sprinkle a little bit of extra feta on top, this one has some herbs on top if you like a little bit of herbs or parsley to garnish, but this one is ready to go, ready to eat. Super delicious, super awesome. If you like this recipe, make sure you check out the other recipes that we've posted for you, our workouts, we have everything. So subscribe to the channel and see you guys next time.